What's up, y'all? It is your girl, Jada S, aka your mom friend. Hey, friends, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Your Mom Friend. Hey, y'all, what y'all been up to? What y'all been up to since last week, girl? What y'all been doing? Starting off with some announcements, you guys. So, we are in I guess, time where we're looking for like a babysitter slash a nanny. And I'm just like, I don't know. It's so hard because we're not quite ready to put her in like school yet, but I just feel like we just need extra help and it's about that time. And so we're about to start meeting with different people and all those things. So if you have any tips for just like that transition, let me know. Let me know because I definitely feel like now is the time. Like she's one. A lot of things are changing. We're moving. It's like a lot is going on with us. I'm starting to like work more. So I definitely need the extra hands, or we definitely need the extra hands. And so I think it's a good time. I think it's a good transition, but it's just so hard to share my child with somebody. Like it's so hard, especially like if they're like not family or whatever. It's so hard, but it's so needed. So I'm just praying. I'm praying that God sends us the right person and that can just mesh with our family and that can just give us the vibes that we need to give. So please keep us in prayer, and let us know, or let me know any tips for like finding help or like a nanny or babysitter. We tried the care.com route. So now I feel like we're kind of leaning more in towards like the word of mouth approach, like having people that we know refer us to people. But care.com is still a great resource. So we're still finding people off there, y'all. Why ain't nobody tell me about this? Why ain't nobody tell me about just childcare being just crazy? But anyway, so y'all, we're going to get into what's in my cup. Y'all see the cup. She was here last week. She is here for this week as well. If you are listening and not watching, my YMF cup is back in better than before. And y'all, today I'm just drinking me some water. Like, I ain't even gonna do nothing too crazy. I'm drinking me some ice cold water. So, you guys, I'm feeling good today. I'm really excited to talk about, am I excited to talk about this? Yeah, I'm excited to talk about this because I feel like it's something that we need to touch on more. Today we're talking about mental health during pregnancy, okay? And the toll of emotions that pregnancy has on you, because I feel like we shed a lot of light, and as we shed a lot of light on postpartum. And we should. I love that the conversation is rolling about this topic. And I think it's so great to raise awareness to postpartum and the things that we go through and the baby blues and all the things. I'm so glad that this is a recurring topic, right? But I feel like we don't talk about as much is like during pregnancy or before the baby gets here and our mental health at that state, right? And so today I just want to dive into that and how pregnancy takes such a mental and emotional toll on you that not a lot of people talk about, or at least I haven't seen. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we have, but pregnancy is such a vulnerable time, right? And I seen on Instagram or I seen on TikTok or something that was like pregnancy is always just like a big change, even if you already are a mom. But if you were a mom of one and you're pregnant, now you're a mom of two. You've never been a mom of two before. If you have 10 kids, right, and you pregnant, now you're about to be a mom of 11. You've never been a mom of 11, So every time pregnancy, comes or whatever, there's just always lots of changes, and everybody says every pregnancy is different. So you really don't know what you're getting yourself into. You really don't know what to expect. After, a pregnancy or two, you kind of get a feel for, what happens, I guess the process of pregnancy, but every single pregnancy raises new emotions, new things happen. You're in a different place. If you have kids already, I'm sure being pregnant while having kids is a sport, child. But pregnancy is tough. Okay. I want to talk about my pregnancy journey and things that I went through. So when I was pregnant, or when I first got pregnant, I remember feeling just isolated. Like I felt a great deal of isolation. I felt like I stopped working, which thank you, God. Thank you, God, that I didn't have to work during my pregnancy. So I had a lot of just downtime, right? I was sad. I was sad at the beginning of my pregnancy. I had no energy, wasn't motivated. I felt unproductive, and all of those things just made me feel like blah, like I was just like, okay, what am I doing with my life? And, all of the adjustments that your body is going through that you can't control. I didn't have morning sickness, thank God, but I had so much fatigue. I mean, I was so tired. I was sleeping my days away. I was sleeping my days away. My man would come home. I would be in that same spot. I would be in the same spot all day, y'all. And, the only time I would really get up was to like use the bathroom or get something to eat and then hop right back in bed. And you literally had to peel me out of the bed. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I was just so, out. Like I said, I was so isolated. So whenever somebody would call and I would be in the bed with my bonnet on, like I didn't really want to talk. Like somebody would FaceTime me or whatever. And I was just like, just mopey, I was just like, blah. Like I just didn't feel like of value to anybody. Like if you call me, don't call me because you not gonna get the happy, excited me that you usually get. So I felt kind of bad for that, Sorry, I gotta take me another sip. Like I feel like this is that ice water that just like hit. Y'all, ice water in the mug just like hit. But yeah, so my life slowed down, and I kind of talked about this on last week's episode, but my life slowed down and I had a lot of time to myself, and I wasn't going out for obvious reasons. I didn't feel like it, but I wasn't like keeping myself together. Like I didn't want to do my hair. I didn't want to get myself up. I didn't want to do nothing. I just felt just lazy. Like, and what that did to my mental was crazy. What that did for me, for my confidence, like the changes just completely just out of my control. Like I felt like I had no control on anything. And I like to have control. And so all of the things that I was feeling in my first trimester, I was just sad, and it was just not a great time for me. And I feel like, we are always told like pregnancy is just this beautiful process, and that you should embrace it, and you're creating a life, and you're a super human because you're building this life, and this life is building inside of you. But it's just like, what's the balance of, yes, I love and appreciate my body for this amazing, incredible process, but what's the balance between that and also like, okay, pregnancy is tough and I'm having a hard time adjusting? Like, what does that look like? Because I definitely struggled and I felt depressed. Like I really felt depressed during my pregnancy at first. And I also remember feeling like no one wanted to hang out with me. I remember feeling like nobody wants to hang out with the pregnant person. Like the pregnant person gets no love. The pregnant person, don't nobody care about the pregnant girl. Don't know. Like I just remember feeling like that and just playing victim to everything. And I had a lot of realizations during that moment. And what I realized is that you can't wait for people to like check on you all the time. Like you have to do your part too. Just because you are pregnant does not mean everybody got to bow down and be up under you and make sure you like, it's nice. And I definitely think, to have a strong support is necessary during pregnancy. But I also feel like when we're pregnant, we just expect the world to stop and everybody to just be like, what does Jada need? What is, and it's just like, that's not always fair to the people around you because they got their own stuff going on. But that's a whole nother episode, child. But I just remember feeling like just so out of the loop. And I felt like I was missing out on things. And I felt like that, the uncertainty of like what's to come when she gets here. And it really wasn't, I didn't really start to feel better until my baby shower. My baby shower was really when I felt just surrounded and supported by just love and family and friends. And it became more about my baby than me. Because I feel like in that first trimester, it's just all about or at least for me, that first trimester was like just me adjusting to, pregnancy and, because you're pregnant for 9 to 10 months. So, the start is just kind of rocky, but you kind of just got to like progress into it, because that first trimester and that first few months, it's just all adjustments. And it's all like, sorry, y'all, a piece of ice. That was rude. But, I feel like that first trimester is like you adjusting. My baby shower came and it was like, okay, like the baby is coming and all these people are here for you and they love you and they support you. And I feel like my baby shower came at such an amazing and awesome time because that is when I needed the support the most. So I just encourage everybody to have like a baby shower, or if it's something small, if you have a gender reveal, I feel like it's just so important to be surrounded by love when you're pregnant. And, because of the amount of vulnerability that comes with pregnancy, it's like it's just this raw, naked self. Like you feel like you're being exposed. Like I feel like it feels like all your weaknesses and all your vulnerability is just being exposed to the world. All these changes, right? So I remember always feeling like, dang, I wish I had like somebody who was pregnant with me so we can go on this journey together. But I didn't really have anybody that was pregnant, around that first couple months. I didn't really have anybody that was also pregnant to like go on the journey with me. My baby shower was like the turning point in my pregnancy to where I could really actually get excited and I could really actually prepare for this baby to come. And then that's also when I started YouTube because my first YouTube video was a baby shower haul. So when I say like, oh my gosh, I wanted people to be around me, or like, I wish I had somebody to go through my pregnancy with me, I kind of felt that community on YouTube because a lot of moms were, pregnant and, just giving me advice and was just going through the same thing. And so I felt a sense of community. And I'm out here in Vegas, and, not much family out here. So I didn't really feel that like support that I would have felt if I was like at home or like around my family. And so that was just really, really hard for me. And I definitely think pregnancy is just all about like, it's such a mental pull. Like it pulls at your confidence, it pulls at your emotions, it pulls at your mental. And I just want to encourage like moms out there who are just fighting for their life right now from pregnancy. Like it gets easier with time. I feel like pregnancy, that you just have to stick it out and keep going and get excited about your baby coming, because no matter what, if your baby was planned, if your baby was not planned, if your baby, babies are a blessing, period. Babies are blessings, and babies deserve to be here, and babies deserve to come into a comfortable and loving environment. They deserve that. And so, I feel like you have to do a lot of just mental work, and you have to be strong when you're pregnant because you have to create this space before your baby gets here. And sometimes that is hard when you are just confused about who you even are right now. You're confused about what life will look like as a mom. There's so many questions. And, I just feel like having support and having people around you that love you is definitely going to ease your pregnancy journey and your pregnancy process. And honestly, that's why your mom friend is here, which is me. That is what your mom friend is here. But I just encourage people to feel your emotions, and it's okay to not love pregnancy. I feel like pregnancy is this amazing, beautiful process, and I love it. Can't wait to get pregnant again, babe. If you watching, oh my gosh, did I just say that? Oh, MG, we waiting. But anyways, child. Anyways, pregnancy is a beautiful journey, and it is a beautiful experience, and I definitely think that we are just trained in our mind to like love pregnancy just because of how beautiful and amazing the process is of creating life. But I do think that we need to acknowledge how we feel too. Like, we need to acknowledge that pregnancy is hard. The emotional toll is tough. All of that is so valid. And I just want moms to speak up more for like how hard pregnancy is, because everybody thinks it's just this beautiful, lavish, amazing experience, when in reality it is probably the most like challenging, toughest mental, like you got to have a lot of mental agility during your pregnancy, and that's not always easy for moms. And so I just want to encourage like any moms out there, find a community. Your mom friend is here for you. Your mom friend is here for you. But I think that is the biggest thing. I also remember watching these videos on YouTube. Y'all, YouTube was my girl. Me and YouTube was twins. Like, I watched so much YouTube when I was pregnant. To the point where I started my own YouTube channel, child. And that's how we got here. But anyways, it just felt good to like see moms be vulnerable and see moms like go through their journeys and, publicly. Like, I thought that was so cool. So yeah, you guys, you know what? This mompreneur. So I'm about to hop in the mompreneur spotlight, and my mompreneur spotlight is I wish I could put a big fat wanted sign right here. You guys, if you are a mompreneur, if you have a business, if you have a service, if you sell a product, if you are a mom boss, a mom CEO, a mompreneur, I want you. I want to highlight you. I want to spotlight you, because being a mom and balancing business and balancing, life as a woman, balancing self-care and money and all of that, relationships, it's hard. And I definitely feel like we need to spotlight our mompreneurs. And that is what I want to do with the mompreneur spotlight. So I have a form. I have an inquiry form. Do y'all say inquiry or inquiry? Because I say inquiry. I hope I'm saying it right, y'all. Fill out that form. I just want to know a little bit about what you do, what your business is, who's your target audience, because I want to promote your product or service right here on your Mom Friend podcast. Okay. So it'll be linked in the description box. If you're watching on YouTube, it'll be linked down below. But if you are listening, make sure that you go to our Instagram at your mom friend pod, click the link in the bio, and it will take you to the mompreneur spotlight inquiry form. So you can fill that out and get your brand, your business, you promote it right here. Okay. So yeah, you guys, I feel like today's episode was just all about just encouraging anybody who is out there who is pregnant, who is just having a tough time. I want to know that you are heard, you are understood, and it's okay to feel the emotions, and it's okay to like have tough times during pregnancy. And that is what, it's all about. But let me tell you something. It is all going to be worth it when that baby gets here. When that baby gets here. I also feel like if you're a first time mom, I feel like the anxiety of preparing for labor and delivery can be a lot. But I just want to say, like, you are going to be covered. Millions, 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 and millions of moms have done it before you. So I feel like that gave me hope and that gave me courage for childbirth. Because that anxiety was also there too, just like the uncertainty of not knowing how childbirth would go. But you got this. You are covered. You are loved. You are supported. Okay. You are supported. Take some time for yourself. Make sure you get into your self-care. Take time for yourself. Take care of your body to the best of your ability. And you are going to kill motherhood. You are going to do it. You are going to do the thing. And you have community right here at your Mom Friend Pod. And I just want everybody to know that. So we're gonna hop into moms in the media. Moms in the media. Moms in the media. Moms in the media is pretty much just a segment where I take a post, TikTok, Instagram reel, whatever, infographic, whatever it is. I either found it funny or I think it's worth having a conversation about. So let's dive in. So today's Moms in the Media is Long Live Andrea on Instagram. And her tweet said, I'm going to pop it right here. Motherhood requires a different version of yourself. And I know there is no specific way to parent, but I don't take bringing a child into the world as something like it's very heavy and one of the most important jobs. Preach, 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 preach. Last week I talked about identity and stepping into like a new version of yourself. And I definitely think that I appreciate the person that motherhood brought out. Like I appreciate like what the emotions and the feelings and the strength that built over time being a mom. I appreciate that so much because I don't think if I had become a mom, I would be this strong and I would be this, person who I am and this motivated. And I don't think I would be any of those things. So I definitely think that it absolutely does require a different version of you. And, I definitely do think that like, no matter what, like, motherhood is not easy. Period. Motherhood is not easy. And I think we need to be gracious with ourselves as we learn how to be a mom and we learn different things. This is all a learning experience and learning opportunity. I don't take it lightly either. I think being a mom is the best thing that has ever happened to me. And I don't take it lightly either. Like I just love, love, love being a mom. Like it's just so many beautiful lessons and so many beautiful experiences and just this mindset shift. There's so many amazing things that have occurred for me as a result from being a mom. So it definitely I definitely love this post and I love this tweet. But hold on, let me make sure I'm on time. I'm on time. I'm doing good. But yes, you guys, I'm going to wrap up this episode, but I just want to encourage moms out there who are going through it or, like during their pregnancy, because pregnancy can be the best time of your life and the greatest joy of your life, but it can also be really tough too. And I think there's a fine line between two, and it's okay to acknowledge both things. Pregnancy can be this beautiful and amazing experience, but it can also be hard and it can also be challenging and it can also have a very hard mental toll on you. So acknowledge both and let one outweigh the other, because let me tell you something. Pregnancy is short term. Pregnancy is short term. Whenever I think about pregnancy, I just think like it's productive because it's moving along. Pregnancy is productive. It's moving along. So pregnancy itself is short term, but obviously when your baby gets here, that's a long-term commitment and that is a full-time job. And it is the most amazing, loving, and like the tweet said, one of the most important jobs. So mamas, you got this. You got this. Hang in there. Your mom friend loves you. Mm. What was that? I just tried to do a heart and I failed miserably. But thank you guys so much for tuning in to yet another episode 4. Episode 4 of Your Mom Friend. Thank you guys so much. This has been amazing. Make sure you head over to our Instagram at Your Mom Friend Pod. Give us a follow there. If you are listening right here on YouTube, make sure you are subscribed. If you are listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon, wherever you're listening, make sure you go ahead and download. Is it download or girl, my brain? Mom brain. Oh my gosh, mom brain is a real thing. Can we talk about that real quick before we wrap up? Mom brain, like, oh my gosh, my memory has never been this bad in my life. My memory is so bad. Like, and I'm going to blame it on mom brain every single time. Cause I'm like, oh my gosh, y'all. I'll be like, wait, what? Like, I'll be thinking to myself, like, how old am I? Like, why am I forgetting like a basic? Like, why am I doing crazy stuff? Like, I seen this post and it was like mom brain 101 or something. She was like putting her keys in the fridge or just like dumb stuff. And I be doing that too, y'all. I be like, wait, what is happening? Like, what am I doing? Child, mom brain is a real thing. Mom brain is a real thing. We need to talk about that in another episode. Cause mom brain be winning, girl. Mom brain be winning. Anyway, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. And until next time, friend. Mwah.